Kannon, welcome to Open House Party and OHP Uncut. These are our raw, uncut, unedited interviews from Open House Party. We got 5 Sauce this week. Very excited. They just celebrated their 10-year anniversary as a band, and they're coming up on, I believe, their 5th studio album. So a lot to cover with them today. If you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, please just click subscribe, and then you'll be entered to win the virtual meet and greets. We have another new one coming up very soon with a very big artist. And if you'd like to meet them on Zoom, face-to-face, click subscribe on this channel. Like the video. We appreciate you so much. 5 Seconds of Summer on OHP Uncut. Let's go.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.
Where are you today, fellas?
We're finding ourselves in LA. We are here. And it's another day. We've got a big rehearsal day ahead for our upcoming tour. So Just waking up.
I just read some news. This just came down. How terrifying is this? Miley Cyrus's plane had to come to an emergency landing after it got struck by lightning a few minutes ago.
Damn. Well, that actually happens a lot more than people would think, which is crazy.
The thought of that makes me want to my pants. Has that ever happened to you on a plane you've been on?
It probably has. Apparently it happens a lot, like I was saying, but the planes are built for it. So I don't know, man. I trust it.
That's not making me feel any better at all.
Trust me. But I don't know if do you have to go and get on 80 planes in the next 3 months? I don't know. No. I do.
Yeah.
So
not really much you can do.
Yeah.
You just got to accept it. Unfortunately, I'm not a great flyer. But sometimes we do 200 plus flights a year. So you just got to go, all right, well, see what happens.
Yep.
Now, Luke, when you say not a great flyer, are you afraid the plane's going to crash? Is that generally what it's all about, or is it you get motion sickness, or what is it?
Fearful that I'm in a metal tube going through the sky at very fast speeds, and possibly that metal tube might stop working. I would say.
You ever get in and you look like when you're walking through the door, you can look at the sort of the cross section of the plane and it's only like that thick. I'm thinking that's what's protecting me. Not feeling great about that.
Yeah, it's to be fair, I'm a bit better now. There's a couple of years that it was really not so fun, but it's actually all right now. Well, actually, I haven't been on a plane in a while, so we'll see what happens.
How's the rehearsals going?
Amazing. We sound amazing. No, it's cool. It's been a rehearsing and creating a new show is a lot of thinking, but an awesome amount of playing. And it's kind of the best part. Well, one of the best parts of being in 5 Sauce is playing live shows, but coming up and preparing a show that you're going to get out and play for 4 months is, an amazing thing to do with these guys.
That's always been one of the great things about you guys. I think when anyone mentions 5 Sauce, live shows come up within the first couple things that people are like enamored with. So there's got to be a lot of pressure putting together a tour like that, right?
The special thing about being in this band is it's a natural occurrence, and we've done it since we were kids together, So it's the most fluid, natural part of the band. When we play live together, it's kind of all we know, and it's the place. It's actually our safe space. You know what I mean? Like doing interviews, doing all this other stuff is pretty unnatural to us to some extent. But playing in a band together and doing that in front of live audiences is what we really know. Yeah,
that's how it all started. That was our whole goal from the beginning, was be a great live band, and just how can we just play shows as often and as as possible.
So when you think about like how you're going to evolve your show from one iteration to the next, what are you looking at to make this tour different than the last, to kind of bring it up a level?
We have a lot of albums now, 5 albums, including the new one. So we've been trying to figure out a way to tell a story of all of those albums and not do any of them injustice, but also give a picture of where we want to be creatively and musically. So I think it's honestly, the first week was pretty tough at rehearsal, trying to figure out how to do all that, because it's a tall a tall order to figure out. We want it to be it's, as Ash said, it's like it's our main, or you said as well, it's our main shtick, I suppose you could put it.
Yeah.
So it's like we really want it to be great, and we truly like put a lot of effort and thought and passion into it. So I think trying to fit all of the songs, because we're a band that has dipped our toes into lots of different genres for long periods of time and short periods of time, and trying to figure that out, and trying to get all those songs in has been interesting. But I think we've done it. To be honest, we've nailed it, I would say.
Well, at some point, there's got to be a time when you're sitting there and you've got to make the decision, like, we're not going to have room for this song. God, we got to chop one more song. What are we going to chop? That's got to be a hard ass job, sitting there trying to figure out which one you're going to drop and which one you're not going to drop, right?
Funnily enough, it's pretty obvious what we should drop, because you can't sugarcoat a bad live song. It's just bad. It just is. And, it has a certain level of you got to be honest with yourself, but it's important for us to feel it out intuitively, because otherwise you do get out there on the road and you don't get the reaction that you wanted. And that's part of the preparation, coming up with stuff that is foolproof and that is striking as a live song.
Is that nerve-wracking going into a new album, like going down the set list and going, oh, I wonder which of these, is there like some anxiety that comes in, like, I hope they like it? Because you don't know till you get out there, but you assume they do, right?
Yeah, I think the whole challenge is psychologically training yourself to not think that way when you are an artist, because being uninfluenced by that kind of outcome is the best influence for original art, I think. So, we don't really worry too much, because, the worrying can be cured by instant things like put in the effort, show up then, make sure you're working on this, like with your passion and your focus. And all you can really do is commit to the process and surrender to it. And whatever you create, you just have to trust that it's great. And you can't do much more than that. That's kind of, the rest is out of your control,
So what are you most excited for the fans to take away from this particular album then?
I think, so many things. I think this is our best album yet. I think there's going to be tastes of that on this upcoming tour. So I think, I don't know, just feeling the band's sort of like, how do you put this without being cheesy, but the band's passion that's been put into the music and feeling that being reciprocated in a live space is going to be amazing. And I think we're lucky that we have a fan base that loves to hear something new. Like, the band started like that. We played shows for years without an album, and fans knew the songs just because, there was we played them live for years,
right?
Unreleased. But from the album in particular, I think when it's released, I just hope people, I don't know, love it and understand the band a bit more each time. It's a really diverse album, and I think it really shows where we're at this point in our career, and we really love it. And Complete Mess is a great first stepping stone to that. We have a couple more songs to come out before the album. I don't know, just excited to take people on a journey and sort of let them be able to fall into Five Sauce world of album 5,
You just celebrated 10 years together, which is mind-blowing and insane to me. I mean, God, not only like how do you continue to evolve, but how do you just not kill each other after that 10 years? Like, there's nobody in my life that hasn't wanted to kill me after being around me for way less than 10 years.
It's the realization that the tension and the constant push and pull of a relationship is actually what provides the coloring of the art. So it's important to disagree. It's important to move through differences to understand each other deeper, to kind of preserve the precious thing that is this band and this precious opportunity the world has given us, you know, to do this and have an audience, and even people like yourself, Mike, who play our songs. You know, we are in servitude of it, you know, and we love it. So we push past our human differences for a bigger picture thing, you know.
Man, you always have such good, insightful answers, man. You really do.
Man, I'm living in this thing. This is how it is, you know.
Is there one particular song or maybe a couple songs you're extra excited to play off of this new album when you get out?
I don't know if we can say song names. Obviously, the new one is a massive one. We haven't played to an audience yet. That's exciting.
Oh my gosh, we still haven't played Complete Mess live to an audience.
That's insane. Wow.
I know.
Yes,
it's definitely weird for us.
So when is the first time that happens? When is that going to be?
10 days?
Something like that. 10 days. Let's call it 10 days.
10 days. We have like a couple of shows that we had booked, well, I guess like 2 years ago now that we're playing now.
We're kind of doing some warm-up shows for this awesome this spot called Banquet. And I've been talking about it for 3 years. We've been rescheduling it, but these are the smaller shows we're going to play this year. So we'll test it out there.
Oh, that'll be kind of like dipping your toes in the water, some smaller shows and see how that's going to feel, and then get ready to strut out at like O2 and pull out the big guns.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you. Congratulations on 10 years. Congrats on another great album and another great tour. We look forward to seeing you guys live. I really do look forward to it. And I want to catch some of these Banquet shows now that I've heard about them. That sounds like a pretty amazing experience seeing you guys in a small room.
Well, please come to a show when we're near you, and we'll see you.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Five Sauce, love you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
The OHP Uncut Podcast with Kannon.